All right, welcome into Market Day Report. Unfortunately, you got me now for the rest of the day, so that'll make some happy, and maybe, I don't know, maybe some sad. That's okay, though. Let's talk about what these markets are doing. That'll make some happy and some sad, too. Let's take a look at corn. We're a lot of green on the screen, or in our case, a lot of yellow. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what it is. July's up 6 3/4 cents in corn, $6.75 right there. We're about 5 cents off the highs now, and about 9 cents off the lows. So that'll give you an idea about where we stand as far as that day trade goes. And then the D's is new crops. That's up 10 1/4 cents to 5.32, and that is about 4.5 cents off of the highs. There you go. That's the corn board. Basically up about a dime across the board, but we'll say that's a decent one to look at right now. And depending on, seeing what we've gone through over the last, 6, 7 weeks? Okay. Let's talk about soybeans. This is where we really start to add the real estate. July's up 30 cents to 13.29 3/4, and that's about 5.5 cents off the highs. Well, we'll take that, right? And look at the NOV. That's up 23 3/4 cents on its own. 11.70 1/4 is last. Should I jinx it and say we're making a move towards $12? Who knows? But again, that's only about 5 cents off of the highs there. Let's move on to the Chicago wheat market. Wheat in Chicago, that's up solid double digits, 16 cents higher in the July to 6.10 1/4. And that's about 7 cents off the high, 7 1/4 cents. And then we've got let's go to D's. That's up 14 3/4 cents to 6.41 1/2. So that'll give you an idea. We're up between 12 1/2 to 16 cents across the board when it comes to the Chicago wheat market. Let's go over to Kansas City, see what they've got cooking for us, right? That's an 8 1/4 cent gain basically across the board. July's up 8 1/4 cents, 7.98 3/4 is last there. Trying to get that 8 handle back. We're about 14 cents from the highs there. So that'll give you an idea how much we've come off. Deese is up 8.5 cents to 7.89 1/2. So we've given back some of the gains there, but still better on the day by about 8 cents. Let's talk about spring wheat in Minneapolis. This one we would say is steady better. It's at an okay range today, almost 20 cents, but July's sitting at 7.80 1/2. That's up 1/2 cent. The Deese is up 1/4 cent, just one tick to 7.90 1/4. Now we've got a little bit more when it comes to fireworks in the cotton market, 322 points higher in the front month, July. 86.70 is last there, and we got a 204-point gain in the Deese to 81.51. That's back above that 80-cent line. Let's bring in our guest analyst from CHS. It's Richard Plackemeier. Richard, thanks for being on. What are your thoughts here, brother?
Well, a lot of little things going on here in the market. You pointed out a lot of them, but one thing, export sales were delayed till tomorrow with the holiday from Monday. But wheat in Chicago, you were talking about that in Chicago, July. You're trading back up to your 10-day moving average and kicking in some short covering, some technical buying right there. Kansas City, Minneapolis, not so much the case there. Corn, look at the corn market. July's up, but Deese and SEP are the ones that have more strength. It's transitioning into the summer weather markets. I mean, this week, the markets were all beat up early in the week. Beans particularly, you were down, 40 cents, then 23 yesterday. Talk of some more Brazilian bean cargoes trading into the U.S. That probably was part of that weakness there. But then you just had the calendar. It was the end of the month yesterday, and a lot of capitulation and positions were getting thrown over the canoe, over the side. Then we came in and, once that selling was done, who else was selling it? Nobody. So we get a bounce here on June 1st, first day of the, calendar summer months. You've got folks coming in here. The debt talk in Washington, we should get some votes and get that behind us. So now we're back to where a lot of the markets, we, need some rain. Some places are getting a little bit of rain. Texas Panhandle is getting too much rain since the weekend, but you get up into eastern Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois. If you look at some of the soil moisture maps, they're really dry. So we know we need some timely rains to get this corn and bean crop, out of the ground and get this 181 corn yield going. If we're really going to see that or not. But I just think it's interesting to see the leading months being Deese corn, not July corn.
Yep.
And seeing kind of universal upticks in the beans. So we probably took a lot of it out of that with some of this earlier talk out of Brazil. And a few more private analysts continue to ratchet up their Brazil corn crop and Brazil bean crop. That's old news, though. We've heard about that for 2 months. So We're just getting the bounce. The rubber band's, doing its job.
Yeah, you're right. It is all news, and my only fear, everything I concur with you, but my only fear is, we're not. The biggest news to me is we're getting. It's cheaper to get wheat from Poland and beans from Brazil than it is, get them from our own backyard.
Right.
And if we do get a weather rally, that's just going to make us less competitive. I mean,
Right.
it's like,
Well,
you kind of
you're right. When you look at Kansas City wheat, it's priced $340, $350 a ton, and the rest of the world's
right.
We're almost $80-$90 still overpriced,
Right.
and we just don't have much of it. It's going to be such an oddity to have a hard wheat harvest that's really a non-event, while the soft wheat guys do their thing, and most of that's trading into the feed markets.
All right, we got to jump. Yeah, great stuff. I agree with you. We're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't right now. We'll see how it all works out. But I appreciate you coming on. Richard Plackemeier coming to us from CHS Kansas City. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk livestock with a guy in a cow jacket after this.